How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. I wanted to talk to you today about a couple stocks that I just bought the dip on and talk to you about some stocks that I'm not buying the dip on, some ones that I'm looking at, some news that's coming up, and some news just on the channel in general, because I think we're going to do something that's pretty cool here for Patreon members and for general stock market, YouTube subscribers. So I appreciate it. If you guys don't mind, before we get into it too far, if you guys don't mind hitting the like button, I really appreciate it. This is my second time recording this. Technical difficulties. I feel like I say that way too often, but we're going to get into it here. If you guys don't mind hitting the like button, I really appreciate that. Let's see if we can get up to 1,000 likes on this. If you guys want to, there is a link down there to WeBull in case you want 2 free stocks worth up to $1,850. So we are taking a look at WeBull right now. The market is trading a little bit sideways, honestly, on the indexes, which is weird because if you look down here, there's a lot of red. There are a lot of companies down 2 to 5%, more companies down 2 to 5%, almost double than what are up 0 to 2%. And we can see that actually here, this is just a watch list of mine. You can see actually a couple companies are in the green. So DMTK's up, Humble's up. Those are the only ones that are really up significantly at all. We have Bitcoin and Ethereum here, green, some other companies up a little bit, more big tech. And then down here, you can see just a lot of red, a lot of companies down a lot. And MP Materials is one of those that's down pretty significantly here. So I talked about this a little bit yesterday. And MP Materials is not one of the companies I'm buying on the dip today, but I'm very close to it. My cost basis is pretty low on this. It's about $24, but you have to look forward instead of just looking at the past. And I'll get into the stocks that I bought here today in a second, but this article kind of goes over exactly what I said yesterday in my video. I did a video talking about why it was falling. And basically, they had 2 pieces of news come out. One is that they're having a secondary IPO. Someone's selling about 8 million to 9.2 million shares, depending on whether they go through with an option. And then the other thing is they are raising capital with some convertible notes, so they might actually dilute shares down the line. So this is sending the stock down pretty dramatically. I think it's an overreaction, and I think it probably will rebound here, but I could be wrong. I'm close to buying this right now. It is down about 16% on the day, taking a really large sell-off, which is surprising after they just had such good results recently for their Q4 earnings. So it's kind of interesting to see, but I think a lot of people are worried just because of this. I was actually watching this on Meet Kevin's channel earlier. The Federal Reserve, Jerome Powell, he's talking today in front of Congress. I think whenever people hear Jerome Powell, they get freaked out. They sell off out of tech right now. So that's kind of unfortunate, but it is providing some buying opportunities. For example, I bought TPGY. I've done a full video on it before, but right now, this company is being valued much lower than some of its competitors. It is a company that's somewhat similar to ChargePoint. It's an EV charging company, but it's over in Europe. It has very quickly growing revenues, quickly growing network of chargers, and it's different than ChargePoint in several ways, but it's just being valued less for their future growth. It's also in Europe, which provides some diversification. I picked up some shares of this one. I won't go too in depth on it because I've talked about it before, but I would take a look at this one. This one ran up pretty high before. If we just look at the 6 months, it's been consistently around the mid 20s to low 30s over the last 3-4 months. And now it's down to almost lows. I mean, it came down to 16 on March 8, but since then it's pretty much just been sitting around the high teens. But definitely one to take a look at if you're looking at getting into charging, especially if you're trying to away from something like ChargePoint. Another company I added was GHVI, and I've been adding this one since 16 all the way down to 12, all the way up, back up, and I really like this one over the coming years. And right now they are a company that has so many different use applications, whether it is to insure companies, whether it's to help increase ROI, promote, maximizing engagement, minimizing vacancy, buildings, design. It's mostly known for Redfin, where people go and take a look at like a 3D rendering. But Matterport is the company it's merging with, and right now it's got a $100 million run rate for revenue, and it's growing subscribers consistently. I think it's going to be a company that's really great to hold over the coming years, and I've talked about it way more in depth before. I just feel like this is such great technology, and I really want to build out a position in this one. It's one that I feel very strongly about. So I'm adding those. I want to talk about some other companies too that I just wanted to pay attention to. BNGO has their earnings today. They have their earnings call. I want to listen to this. Now, I won't be able to probably make a video right afterwards. This is a company that is one that I've held since $1.25. It's a company that I think has a bright future, but I want to see kind of if they're able to do what I want them to do. And I talked about that in a full video yesterday. If you guys want to check that out, I'll put it up on the end screen. But I think it's going to be really important, this earnings call, because a lot of people have been holding this company since $1, $2, $3. And they might be a little bit, shaky-handed, paper-handed, if something comes out that isn't what we want to hear. Now, of course, I could be wrong, but, we are still, a lot of us are still up drastically from where we bought it back here. So that's just something to take into consideration. Now, I'm not planning on selling it or anything like that. I'll probably hold on to this one for a very long time, but I do want to hear what they have to say. Now, on these TPGY and GHVI, I didn't add a lot, I'll be honest. Part of that is just my own situation. I just bought a house and I have a very large tax bill for Q1, so I have to deal with that. So I didn't buy as much as I really want to buy. It's going to be really interesting because I think in about a month, I'm going to be able to be kind of unleashed and buy when I want to buy and not have to worry about what I'm worrying about now. So I will be buying larger positions in companies like this moving forward, but I just want to be honest with you guys about it. Another company that I think you guys should be paying attention to is SFTW. Now, this company is one that I've been buying since $12 or so, and I bought it all the way down. It's in at $10.37 near NAV, and this was merging with Black Sky. It's a really interesting space company, especially with a lot of coverage now in the space industry. I covered it yesterday that a couple different large publications were covering space companies, including SFTW and Black Sky. But with ARC-X coming out here probably in the next, some people are saying in the next week, some people are saying March 29, ARC-X will come out with their new portfolio, or ARC will come out with their new portfolio, which is ARC-X. There might be some light shed on SFTW. It might get some hype now. Who knows with the market being what it is, but this is several months away from merger most likely. The last thing I want to talk about are NFTs. Now, I saw Dead Inside actually do a video today talk about selling his first tweet, and I saw Jack Dorsey sold his first tweet for 2.9 million or something like that. Something that I thought would be cool would be for me to either give away or maybe sell. I think I would give away to Patreon members some NFTs and maybe sell to the general channel some NFTs. Now, I'm not trying to make millions or anything like that on NFTs or anything like that, but I thought that would be kind of a cool community engagement thing, whether they sell for $2 or $200 for the general YouTube channel, or when I give them away to Patreon members. I think that would just be a cool thing to do. And I already set up a page. I'm working with someone else right now to try to get it up and running. But if you've sold an NFT before, if you've actually made one and sold one, contact me on my Instagram if you don't mind, because I'd love to talk with you. There's going to be my Instagram handle on the end screen here in a second. I think that would be cool. And I already started one with BNGO, my first thumbnail. The thumbnail from my first video on BNGO when it was sitting around $1 could definitely be cool, especially with BNGO having quite a bright future. But I thought that would be cool with some different thumbnails, profile pictures, stuff like that. So let me know if that's something that you guys think would be cool or not. Just let me know in the comments below. And again, if you've done this before, let me know. Just reach out to me on Instagram. I appreciate that. Thank you guys. Let me know what you think about this. Let me know what you're buying on the dip today. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.